when Toyota's RAV4 first went on sale 22 years ago. It bisected the car and truck segments and left us scratching our heads over what to call it. It was shaped like a wagon and drove like a car. Yet it offered all-wheel drive and sat on big wheels that afforded decent ground clearance. Today, we know such car-based trucklets as crossovers, and the market is overflowing with them. So far, the proliferation of competitors hasn't stolen top sales honors from Toyota. The RAV4 is now the company's best-selling model, as well as replacing the Camry as the best-selling non-pickup truck vehicle in America. At this point, Toyota could probably slap the RAV4 badge on a shopping cart and people would buy it on name recognition alone. Fortunately, that is not the path Toyota took in designing the all-new, 5th generation model. The all-new RAV4. For those who weren't around in 1996, that name stands for Recreational Activity Vehicle with 4-wheel drive. Looks leagues more substantial than its dowdy, upright predecessor. Growing 0.4 inch wider than before and sporting a wheelbase 1.2 inches longer helps, as do shorter overhangs. Overall length is down 0.2 inch. The long, wide body takes the RAV4 back to the 3rd generation models. Relative aesthetic heights. Literal elevation is achieved by a newly taller ride height, which is more than half an inch farther from the ground than the old RAV4 without penalizing. Aerodynamics. We particularly like the bollier design elements inspired by Toyota's 4Runner SUV and Tacoma pickup, which include the wide-set front intakes, upright grille, and pumped-out fenders. There is some Jeep Compass in the floating roof design, while the overall shape is not dissimilar to the Jeep Cherokee's. Its embrace of a truckier look seems ideally timed to consumers ever more raucous clamoring for such things. The Adventure trim in particular embodies this shift and further sets the RAV4 apart from more car-like competitors such as the Honda CR-V and the Mazda CX-5. Carried over from the current RAV4, the Adventure ups the truck ante further with larger tires and a different front bumper and grille, design seemingly yanked right off the Tacoma pickup. Adventure models also can be had with a contrasting white-colored roof in a shade called Ice Edge, while their interiors are dressed up with orange stitching and accents. Predictably, the hybrid model, another carryover from the current RAV4, has a considerably more weak-kneed look, with smallish tires giving it a distinctly less rugged vibe. The hybrid's black-painted roof further enhances its relatively low-slung appearance. We'll do our best to cut through the RAV4's many acronyms, starting with TNGA, which stands for Toyota New Global Architecture. Besides underpinning this new RAV4, the component set also sits beneath the latest Prius, Camry, and next-generation Corolla. There also is the RAV4's standard TSS. Toyota Safety Sense 2.0. Standard across the RAV4 family. It includes automatic high beam control, adaptive cruise control, automated emergency braking, lane departure warning, and, new this year, a self-steering lane keeping function dubbed lane tracing assist. Blind spot monitoring and front and rear cross-traffic alert systems are optional. Power comes from a direct and port-injected dynamic force 2.5-liter inline-4 shared with the Camry, or the latest gas-electric Toyota hybrid system, THS. 2. Final horsepower, torque, and fuel economy figures for each powertrain are not out yet, but the same dynamic force 2.5-liter 4-cylinder makes a strong 203 horsepower and 184 lb-ft of torque in the Camry. Expect similar output figures for the RAV4. Toyota promises that the hybrid will be the more powerful of the two and stronger than last year's hybrid, thanks to its pair of electric motors.